Continuing the chapter on page number 19, 3.5 affiliated professional fields, knowledge of history can be supportive in the decision making with regard to respective legal provisions and public policies in the following fields. Now, the history can help us to decide in making new legal provisions and to decide on public policies, to make new laws. In which fields? In the fields of museums and archives, so that we are technologically advanced. Preservation and conservation of historical site, so that there is minimum damage to the sites. Tourism and hospitality, so that we are able to afford the most convenient way to the tourists to come and visit these places. Entertainment and mass media, so that there is proper advertisements and proper knowledge given to the general public, to the mass media. Entertainment, so that the tourists do not feel bored while visiting the sites. There are different cultural programs that can be arranged. The earliest museum, 6th century BCE in the world, was discovered during the excavations at the city of Ur in Mesopotamia. The excavations were conducted by Sir Leonard Woolley, 1922 to 1934. So here we are not talking about the earliest museum in the current times. The earliest museum was discovered while digging at this particular site. When we refer to the history, it was confirmed that this museum was built by the princess of Mesopotamia. Her name was Enigaldi. She herself was the curator of the museum. She herself was taking care of the museum. A noteworthy feature of this is that the museum is the clay tablets inscribed with the descriptions of the exhibited artifacts. Whatever artifacts were exhibited in this museum, the details of these were inscribed. The descriptions were inscribed on clay tablets. Clay tablets means how we have a tablet like a mobile tablet. It is a slate made of clay. Indian Museum, Kolkata. Now we are being given a small piece of information here regarding our Indian Museum in Kolkata. The Indian Museum in Kolkata was founded by the Asiatic Society in 1814 CE. Nathaniel Wallich, a Danish botanist means who is interested in the study of plants, was the founder and the first curator of the museum. Here they have shown us the photograph of this museum, and this museum is as old as being constructed in 1905. The museum has three main departments: arts, archaeology and anthropology, informing us, exhibiting the artifacts relating to arts, archaeology, that is digging up of sites, and anthropology, showing us the animal kingdom, the plant kingdom. Other affiliated departments are conservation. The departments that are connected with this museum are conservation, publication, photography, exhibition presentation, model making, training, library and security. All these details are not important from the exam point of view. These are informations which are good to know. Every field mentioned here requires expert personnel with specialized skills. These things cannot be done by any common man. It requires proper training and specialized skills. For example, architects, engineers, historians, archaeologists, museum curators, sociologists, archive management professionals, legal experts, skilled photographers, etc. All these people are required. Their involvement is needed for maintaining such museums. For those who have joined in currently, we are on page number 20, left hand side, bottommost paragraph. Of course, this is just a representative list. This is not an exhaustive list. This is not the end of the types of people involved. There are many more people involved from different fields, but these are the main ones. the help of experts from many more fields is required. These experts need to have adequate knowledge of the ancient sites. They need to know different things relating to these ancient sites, such as the historical background of the structural remains and artifacts, so that they are not damaging any important thing. Projects in the field of applied history can create various opportunities for these professionals. Those who are interested in this field, they have various opportunities for jobs and to conduct more research. In this lesson, we have learnt about the role of applied history in public training programs for understanding the importance of history. This includes involvement of the general public, the local public. In public training programs for understanding the importance of history, for creating social awareness regarding the conservation, why is it important to conserve these heritage sites, preservation of our cultural and natural heritage so that we do not lose our historical backgrounds. Using knowledge of history for this purpose, we always keep on learning from history how to do everything better, to enhance the professional skills of people and to develop industrial, commercial field, to carry out preparatory work and plan for effective implementation of heritage projects, etc. All these things are so very important in maintaining the heritage sites and the artifacts. We need to have professional people who have the skills and the adequate knowledge of handling this. We also need industrial and commercial fields for carrying out preparatory work. It is essential to avoid vandalizing of historic and public places. Vandalizing means destroying, creating damage, and to ensure that they are preserved for the benefit of future generations. What we are valuing today, the same importance should be given for preserving these valued items for our future generations. If we go back to page number 20, there is also a small box given in yellow and blue. They are informing us that it is interesting to know archives preserve and store old documents, official records, old films, etc. The National Archives of India is in Delhi. Every state in India maintains its archives independently. Why this box becomes important is because archives, as a short note, can be asked to us for 2 marks. We need to write 4 points from this chapter. 2 are given here. 2 we have to pick up from the other paragraphs. Archives with a distinct purpose. The main office of the National Film Archives of India is located in Pune, Maharashtra. Now this we are talking only about the film archives. It was established in 1964 as the media unit of the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting of the Indian government. This was a government project and this was created as a part of the Information and Broadcasting Ministry, I&B Ministry. To search, now what were the goals of this particular archive? Why was it created? The motto was to search and obtain rare Indian films and to preserve the heritage for the benefit of future generations. To categorize the important aspects of films, to create documentation and catalogues and carry out research in the field. What type of research? What type of films were used in the olden days? How technology has evolved and how technology has been incorporated in the film industry? What type of cinema was available in the olden times and what are the changes available now? And to establish a center for dissemination of films culture, to make people aware of the film's culture. How hero-heroines live lives, how about their personal life, and how do they behave in their professional front. This particular paragraph is not important from the exam point of view. It's only good to know. Does anyone have any problems, questions, issues in this chapter? Great. All right. I want dissemination means giving around, allowing them to know, making them aware. Let's go back to that statement. To establish a center for dissemination of films culture, to make people aware of the films culture, to introduce them to the films culture. I want all of you to go through this chapter and at least try to answer the questions that are appearing at the end of the textbook, though this will not be limited to the textbook questions for our board exams. We will be going through the 21 sets later on. The next class we are taking on Wednesday, but before that we are meeting tomorrow.